हम फिर आ चुके हैं. हम बात करेंगे कि एक तो मेरा नाक बह रहा है.
सर्दी ज़्यादा हो गई है कनाडा में.
ये सर्दियाँ आ चुकी हैं गाइस. ठीक है गाइस, सर्दियाँ आ चुकी हैं और कनाडा whatever. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about India's chaos and Canada's calmness. Okay. Yeah, like okay. So it's
कनाडा में
been
कामनेस है वर्क पे. वर्क प्लेस हरासमेंट.
okay. We're gonna talk about India's chaos and Canada's workplace harassment. We both work in the same place. We used to work at the same place.
Yeah.
Now we're not working because I got laid off and he
Got a new job.
another job.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what we're gonna talk about is what was it on? Yeah. It's been so it's gonna be in English.
Do we love India की chaos? Do we love India's chaos? I
So
think
first of all, it's been 8 years for him in Canada, and it's been 2 years and few months for me in Canada, and I haven't been back to India, didn't travel back, and he has done it like 4 or 5 times, I guess.
yeah.
So, okay. So I have a question. So do you like India better or do you like Canada better than India?
In the beginning when I came here, I used
In the
to.
beginning.
In the beginning. Why everything is so funny. Okay. So first 3-4 years, I really used to miss India,
Okay.
and I always wanted that. Okay, one day I'm gonna go
Talk
back.
to the audience.
You
we're
are my
gonna talk.
audience.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk, but they need to know that we're talking to them, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna tell them that that is happening.
So in the first 4 years, really get all the homesick vibes and everything. But slowly, when I get my PR here, started going to different provinces here, and then I stopped missing India at a certain point because my family also came here for like 3-4 times. So I realized, okay, that if I make my future here, buy like a house and get my dream job, so this country is actually more safe than I can ever be in India.
So was there any deaths or life threat in India for you?
No,
More safe.
But I find people have more civic sense here, that they respect your personal boundaries, your
Okay.
likes, dislikes, and you can basically build your future from scratch here.
That's true. And about the civic sense, I feel like India doesn't have that civic sense because there's nothing to be civic about. There's no growth. Like people are, you need to be civic. You need to already have clean roads, clean and everything to have that civic sense. If you don't have that, you cannot be civic. So that is kind of contradicting. But yeah, so you like Canada better than India because of all the stuff.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Yeah, so he's already a citizen, so he's gonna love it, right? But I think even, I don't know, comparatively, I do like Canada better than India. I think everybody has their own opinion. Okay, I do miss home. Even yesterday I was missing my mama. But at the same time, I feel like India, I really feel like that Canada has made me grow as an individual and have I just got more strengthened. I think I have my setbacks and downtime, but after that, it's like you grow. I don't know how to explain it. I'm very bad at explaining.
It's like when you come here, you are 18 years, 17 years. And
Now, when I came here, I was 27.
Oh, okay. For me, it was different. I was 18 when I came here, right? So
Okay.
I have faced all the challenges of life, like turning into an adult, facing everything firsthand by myself. So that gave me crazy amount of confidence. And since I handled everything on my own, so I realized, okay, like this is actually growth which I am going through, and it really teach me a lot.
And I think you cannot grow in India because you're so dependent on your parents and everything. Here, when you came here, you're doing everything on your own: taxes, groceries, food, rent,
Yeah.
fees, and whatnot.
Figuring out the new roads
Like
and
yeah,
everything.
right,
Yeah.
everything. And but in India, you have to you're just kind of dependent. At the end of the day, you're gonna come back home. You have cooked meal. You have nobody, and your father's never gonna tell about the taxes and stuff unless you have the BCom or whatever you're doing. So he's never gonna tell you about the problems he's gonna have at work which you experience it firsthand, like as a student when you come here, you start working, right? So Like, you won't know it in India. And one thing I like about Canada is like you can just go for wait. Oh my god, I was gonna sneeze, but it's not. Oh my god, okay.
It's the winter effect.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, in India, if I work in a retail shop, people be like, oh, they're working in a retail shop. Oh, your girl,
Yeah.
or your daughter, she's working there. And you're not gonna earn much. They're like manipulating you. Here in Canada too, they're manipulating you. They're giving you cash job and stuff. But at the same time, if you're working on SIN, so social insurance number, if you're working on that, you can just get like if you're working 12-hour shift, you get a stop. Oh, calling. लड़की कॉल कर रही है. तो मतलब यहाँ पे you can just get that thing. If you're working 12 hours, you're gonna get paid for 12 hours, and that's the only time you're gonna be thinking about work.
Yeah, it's like
When
your
you go
hard
back
work.
home-
Your hard work has value.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
They value the time you have at the work,
Yeah.
even if your management is fucked up. But at the same time, you can still enjoy with your colleagues, right? And when you go home, you don't have to think about it. Some people do get past traumas, but in India, if you're working 12-hour shift, you have to work more than 12 hours, and they're not paying you according to the hours. Here, you're getting paid by the hour, and if you do overtime, they're gonna pay you 1.5 more than the original whatever you're getting, right? So it's like it's better comparatively.
Yeah.
And you're getting paid minimum 18 right now and 17.25 right now, so that's there. Nobody's gonna give you less unless and until you're getting a cash job, which I won't recommend. Okay, so
But besides work, there are also other things like food is totally natural at some extent.
I don't know. I feel like being a microbiologist and biologist, I feel like food is still, they're still using is pesticide, but yeah, the pesticides are not used in that much extent.
Yeah.
Here they have to have like some kind of natural stuff, and even if the food is like 1 or 2 day old, they're gonna put it in 50% off, and if nobody buys it, they're gonna throw it out, and they don't even give it for free because they think it's gonna be a liability. If you get that food and it's poisoned or anything like that, you can just sue the whatever, wherever you bought that food from, so you can just sue them like, oh, I got this food from this and that for free. Even if you get it for free, you can still sue them. And you're like, what the fuck, bro, that makes no sense. But you can do that, and when you do that, it's gonna be bad on them, so they just throw it out in the dustbin, and homeless does eat it from there. So
You can always play the victim card.
and yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is, homeless never dies. Sorry, I don't mean them to, I don't want them to die, but at the same time, if we eat it, we're gonna be dead.
I think their resistance is pretty good.
They're
to
so
that.
resistant,
Yeah.
bro. If you come to the Union Station, so we worked at Union Station, and bro, if you go there, they're like living zombies. They're just walking around like, and they're just walking like that. Like, they're just like walking dead. They don't even talk. They just scream once now and while, but nobody cares. Like, they're zombies, but they just don't eat brains. That's it. That's it. That's the difference. That's the difference. And they will be walking around you, among you, and
But if you work there as a guard, they do test your patience.
yeah, they do test your patience, bro. They just kill you on that. They be
Yeah.
like, they be sitting there all the time, and yeah, I don't know how to explain, but it's very funny. If you work there at Union Station and you'll see the downtown, the homeless people always there. Oh my god, you remember that guy? Oh my god, I remember that. The one who has every kind of disease. What's his name?
Oh.
HIV, herpes, and I don't know whatsoever. What's his name?
Omar Zubair?
I guess I don't remember the name, but bro, there was one subject. Oh, we call it subject, okay? So there was. It's so we're so used to it, no?
Yeah.
There was one subject, and he actually he has all kind of diseases. Okay, all kind of diseases. No guard wanna be near him. No guard, but he's so persistent. He always. I don't think so. Have you ever deal with him?
Maybe once or twice.
Have you ever dealt with him? Sorry. So
Yeah.
mind English. So
So-
you once or twice? Okay, yeah, I don't know. Malab, I never so I don't, to be honest, I never worked at work.
Exposing all the secrets.
No. Okay. So I did work, but I don't like working. Okay, I
just
did.
just enough not to get fired.
Yes, just enough not to get fired. Yes.
Yeah.
So I used to. So I used to congregate a lot. So if you don't know what's congregation, it's like when a group of people are together, talking, beside working.
Or like one man job getting done by 2 or 3.
2 or 3 years. So if one person is dealing with a subject, so the other two are already there. I don't know for what. And then control is saying, please, you're not required here. Just go back. And we're like, okay, fine. So yeah. So we dealt with it. So that guy. Also, we were talking about homeless, right? So he has all the problems. Like he has all the diseases. Nobody wants to touch him. And if he spits on you, bro, if he spits on you, and he used to spit. He used to spit like he'd be like, two. I was like, what the fuck? Bro, touch wood. I don't know where is wood, but whatever. Touch is wood, okay? I never got. So the job as a CSA, so I worked as community safety ambassador, okay? So every CSA got assaulted once during their work. You can say I never worked. That's why I never got assaulted. But I never got assaulted because of that. So because of with any subject, yeah, I never actually, whenever I used to talk to them, I was like, yo buddy, you okay? Hello sir, you okay? No? Okay, fine.
Always from a distance.
Always from a distance. I love myself more than you can think, bro. So like that kind of thing. So yeah, but guards has too. So in Canada, so what do you this is one thing about working in Canada is like as a security guard. Mostly people work as security guards. It's kind of easy than other jobs because in some place it depends on in place too, right? Sorry, it also depends on the place where you working, right?
I think food stores are really hard to work in the food retail market
I agree.
because you have to be very patient, and the
Yeah.
amount of stupid people you get is like crazy.
Bros, yeah, I know. Like Starbucks and Tim Hortons, I can never work there. I
But-
can never.
But honestly, no job is easy, so hats off to everyone who's
Yeah, whosoever is trying, bro.
Yeah.
Because after 12, and some people work 2 jobs more, sometimes 3 jobs, and it's pretty hard on them. I don't think so. Anybody should do 2 to 3 jobs. They can do 2 jobs like alternatively.
But it's
But 3
really
jobs?
really challenging.
Yeah, it's really challenging.
Yeah.
You need to get home. The problem is like you have to have a car. Commute is the main problem here.
Even if you are working 2 jobs or 3 jobs, I will say the main priority should be your health, because I've seen many people, they ignore their health just for the sake of extra money,
I agree.
but at the end it's gonna cost you the same, if something happens, for God's sakes.
Yeah, bro, if you get sick, you have to go to the hospital. It's gonna be free, but
Yeah.
it's gonna still cost you money.
Because here 90% of people are on their own,
Yeah, I agree.
and
So many have no
so you have very
family
less
or something.
people, or most likely no one to look after you.
I
So
agree.
always keep your health a priority, right?
Yep. So many people don't do that. Even I didn't do that in the starting. I was like working 2 jobs, and I had to. So my house was in Markham, and I was working in the Walmart, and I had. It was just 10 minutes away. It was 6 kilometers. Okay, it was just 6 kilometers, and I had to travel 2.5 hours with the bus, bro. It was really far, bro. So I had to travel 2.5 hours. Because the bus is all so that the frequency of bus over there is like 40 minutes every 40 minutes. So I have to wait 40 minutes for another bus. If I miss one, I'm gonna be dead. And then it was York region, so it's already tough there. So you need to have a car. If you're commuting, you have to. If you're working at Union Station and you're living in the North York, you're living in the Scarborough, you have to travel 2 hours again, 1 to 2 hours. It's really tough. You need to have a car. So that's why every other person has car. Again, some people come here and get the car that get the Dodge or BMW or anything like that. I mean, that's very expensive, bro. You're not even earning. I mean, if you're earning, then okay. But if you're not earning more than 3,000 per month, and it's gonna cost you 1,500, 1,500.
Yeah, or in today's economy, gotta make at least $5,000 a month.
Yeah, to get a car, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough. But still, if you're working 2-3 jobs and you have a car, it's easy for you. And plus, when you have 2 jobs, your tax get less your tax deductions are less. So
Yeah.
because if you're working one job and overtime, you're getting more deductions. I think this video is gonna get more likes because it's about the Canadian life here, and people are like so interested in that. No, yeah, guys, yes, you get less tax deducted when you are working two jobs, and you can file your own taxes. By the way, that's easy in Canada. Like you just need to know, and even if you get an agent, it's like $40 to $50. Sometimes depends which
Yeah.
agent you get. You get your agent takes more.
Mine takes like $90, but at least he gets the work done to the best.
Yeah,
of the
so you
ability.
get deduct. So whenever you file a tax, you get like money. You get back money, and not like once, not all at once, not all at once, but you get in like months.
Installments.
Yeah, in installments. Sometimes you get like 1,500 in a month, and then in starting, and then after that like 40, 80, 90, 150, something like GST, HST. I don't know what else, carbon tax, etc., etc.
Yeah.
You get a lot of stuff. You get money back in Canada. I don't know. And actually, they're using it for something. No, we are in the library, right? And we are not paying anything. I'm not paying anything. We are sitting here. We only have this card. I don't remember where's the card. So this is TPL, Toronto Public Library. You don't need to have anything. You can just come here, get the card, and get borrow a book or whatever. Like you can do anything. And if you need to get printout, 10 cents printout. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing more. And everything almost free except the food and everything.
It's flexing your free will.
Yes. So yeah, and in India, I think what I liked about India is like when you're after 12 a.m. you can just order anything. You
I
can
just
just
miss the
get-
street food.
Yeah, I miss the
It's
street
like
food too, especially
you're-
chai ki tapri.
You're going on the road and you see like so many, street foods items to eat.
Right? Even if it's
Yeah.
unhygienic, I don't care, bro. I love it. I loved it. So yeah, that too. And when you order online, you can just order at any time. It's gonna be little late, but you can still order it around 2 to 3 a.m. and you can still get food. It's 24/7. It's available 24/7.
Yeah.
But in Canada, there was one guy.
So we are already getting famous. Somebody wants to be in our video.
So in Canada, you cannot order anything after 10. During the weekdays, after 10, everything is closed. Mostly, everything is closed. 9, 10, 11, everything is closed.
Only
And-
pizza. Until
Yeah,
3
only
a.m.
pizza until 3. Pizza, or any kind of pizza. And after 3, it's gonna be over. Even everything, and that is a good thing if you think about it. So if everything is closed, that means you don't have to work more than that, right? As a worker, you need to get rest. So that's a good thing, right? And plus, whosoever is working night shifts, they get more money, $1 or $2 extra
Yeah.
if you're working night shift.
Night premiums.
Yes, it's like in all over Canada. It's a labor thing, something about that. So yeah.
So we'll move on to the next. When you came to Canada, you may have faced that you were pretty much by yourself, right?
Bro,
So how did you manage to enjoy being alone?
okay. I think I don't know, since childhood. So first I was just a single child.
Mhm.
Then after that, I think I've always been on my own,
Okay.
and I've lived in a nuclear family. So I used to never stay at home mostly. I don't know. I never used to stay at home. Even if I were at home, I used to stay alone
So
in my
you
own
were
room. I
pretty
had my
much-
own room.
You were outgoing.
Yeah, I was outgoing, but I used to stay out on my own if nobody was there to go out, because my siblings are like 7 to 10 years younger than me.
Mhm.
Unwanted child, I was the main wanted one. So they are there, okay, and I used to be alone. But with like you came here when you were 12, in 12th, right? After 12th.
After 12, yeah.
After 12th you came here, and you must have felt alone. That's for sure. I think you must have felt more alone than I am, because back then, after like before 2, 3, 7, 8 years, there were less people, less Indians, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like less warmth and everything.
Yeah. It was definitely like that. I felt, what do you say? Felt alone. But I made
Come
some.
in the camera. Mhm.
I made some friends in college. James, my first friend. So he pretty much walked me through the Canadian culture and what do they do in the
Is he Canadian?
West End. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He was born here, yeah. So, But I had my drawbacks too. Setbacks, drawbacks. We'll talk about it later in the other video. Otherwise, it's gonna be like really long, you know.
No, we can just cut it in half and then we're gonna put in like different videos.
Yeah.
We can just go do that.
So over the time frame of 6 to 7 year, I went into depression, grief, homesickness, and how to understand myself. How do you come out of that pit? You know, when especially there is nobody to support you. And but right now, by God's grace, everything is back on track. Yeah.
That's actually nice. When I came here, I was pretty alone. I had my first video in this laptop. When I came here, I just got this laptop, and I was like, I was pretty missing my mama. Not like, I don't know. It was like I'm not close to my parent. I'm not close to my family, but at the same time, I'm close to my family. I don't know how to say that, but it's like I was never attached with cozy thing, but I was attached with their presence. Right? It's all about the presence. So if you're sitting here and we don't talk, I'm still okay with that because you are there, right? Like that kind of presence.
Yeah.
So I used to be at home and my mama and papa used to be their homes with my siblings and stuff. But I was missing their presence mostly. And then I think, and the food. I guess the food.
Food is,
Because
I think, number
I never
one.
made food. I don't know how to cook. Now I know how to cook. I can survive. And I also make good bhindi ki sabzi. But I never used to. Yeah, I made you eat it, right? No.
Did you? No, I haven't.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
Even
I only made it like thrice or for
yeah, the prawns are
fries or
missing
fries.
too.
Yeah, prawns. Oh my god, you didn't even eat prawns. Okay, my roommate make good prawns, okay? Tastiest prawns. So, So we were talking about, yeah. So I was missing that and the food and everything, and I was missing the presence. I was missing the presence, to be honest. And then after a while, because I'm that kind of person, I can make friends very easily. Like, I'm not boasting about it, but yes, I can. So, yeah, this is how you got my friend, no? How you became my friend, no?
Do you remember how we became friends?
Yeah, I think so. I think once I just had a talk with you once at the work.
Oh, while I was admiring somebody else.
You were, no, not that. No. By that was your first day, bro.
Uh-huh.
When I had a talk with you, that was your second or first day,
Right.
and you were part time. You didn't know that person by the time. You had no idea about that person by the time. So I was just at the Yogo concourse up there.
Oh, yeah, I
and you
remember,
just
yeah,
came
yeah.
here and like you were like, oh,
Yeah.
how are you? I was like, okay, and then you talked about yourself, and that you were working here and stuff before, you have worked here before, etc., etc.
Mhm.
That was our first talk.
Yeah.
And that day I told him that he looked like Cillian
Murphy.
Murphy, bro. He does. He's like this thing. And I was telling one of our colleague Mohit that, you know, there's one guy. He's here working. He looks like this. Oh, he looks like Tommy Shelby or like Tom Shelby. I was like, really? Yeah. Like then we were like, yeah, he does. He does have this thing.
Mhm.
This thing. Yeah, you have that thing. So. Yeah, you're gonna get famous, okay? You're gonna get famous because of me. And then, yeah, that was our first conversation. And after that, I think after that we didn't actually talk.
For a
After that,
while.
I was at STC. I was at STC roaming around during New Year's or something like that, or maybe I don't remember.
Or maybe just randomly shopping.
Yeah, I was just randomly shopping and he saw my text. Where are you? I was like, I'm STC. Oh, I'm almost around there. Really? Yeah. Let's meet for a chai.
yeah.
Okay, let's do for a chai. And then we had a chai. And after that, we became like best buddies, bro. After that, it's like, I don't think so. Anybody is closer than me. Like closer. What do you call it?
Closer to you than.
Yeah. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, in India, you have that chai buddy. Chillability wala chai buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him and Basnet were the two people who in here. So I have like three, only count, if I count, I only have 4 people in Canada which are like close to me, who I can rely on. But now there's only 3. One is gone.
Yeah.
So 2 is from my college and 2 is from my work. Not exactly workplace, but kind of workplace. Now one is in Nepal. They were used to work in the same place, but I never met him at the work. Okay, yeah. So, what else? Yeah, so that was our second time, and third time we used to talk at work. Then now I was part time because I had college.
Yeah.
So I saw you admiring someone from down there and up there, and then by the time I just realized, oh my god, this guy is gone, man,
This
bro,
guy is
gone.
gonna get cooked.
Yeah, he's gonna get good. He got cooked.
Yeah. Okay, that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap for today, and we'll talk about other stuff too. But these are 3 videos. We're gonna put it on YouTube. This is kind of all related to each other, but not exactly different topics. And we can still talk about the Canadian experience after a while. And just subscribe to our channel. And I mean, we're gonna be constant. Don't worry. And we can also, if you ever tell us which topic you want us to talk about, we can also talk about that too.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah.
bring you some real life experience of Canada. And talk more about it in detail in the next
Exactly.
video.
I mean, when I was a student, I wanted to come to Canada. I wanted to see these kind of videos, like what happens actually in Canada. So we can just, yeah, I think we can do that.
Yeah.
Ta-da!